HANA has incorporated is very simple. It has given you unlimited memory space where you can keep your index data of size till 16 TB, which is currently supported by SAP. And okay, next slide is what is SAP HANA. Everyone talks about SAP HANA as an appliance. Appliance is nothing but it's a hardware plus software clubbed together makes an appliance. What's the hardware innovation? What happened on HANA was it is a multi-core architecture, massive parallel scaling with many blades, and it is 100 gigabytes turnaround time and dramatic decline in price and performance. And in the software technology, what we see, the column store was introduced. Currently, we have all the data in Oracle stored as row store. So traversal time for row store is very high than column store. And because of column store, the compression factor comes into picture. And then you have partitioning of tables, which again enhances your parallel processing. And then no aggregation or indexes required in HANA. And there are only inserts on Delta. So these are the few innovations which SAP HANA came up with. So that's why it's called SAP HANA Appliance, we call it. And SAP has tied up with few of the vendor partners like IBM, Cisco, HP, Dell, who gives you the hardware, and SAP is responsible for the software on top of that hardware. These hardwares are SAP certified, and hence you can buy from the certified vendors. Now let's talk about SAP HANA in detail a bit regarding what technical know-how is there in SAP HANA. First of all, it is flexible, multi-purpose, in-memory analytics, and heart of SAP HANA is in-memory computing engine. And what is in-memory computing engine? It's nothing but database and calculation engine. I believe everyone knows that SAP HANA does all the calculations in database. So we'll come to that later, but yeah, that's how is it different from other database. And in a nutshell, SAP HANA is a complete stack of SAT certified hardware, as I've already told, and few other software components. Here's a pictorial representation where you see how SAP HANA is different from other databases. So what we see is, first of all, is data storage. Traditionally, all the data is stored in a traditional database like Oracle or MaxDB as row store. In SAP HANA, it is columnar storage plus compression algorithm due to that. So this results in lower storage and hence lower TCO and higher performance. Second is processing. In traditional databases, what we see, we have a 3-layer architecture. So if you shoot a select statement, all your data comes into application layer and then you slice and dice. But with the calculation engine sitting in the DB layer, we only fetch the data which are required in the application layer. So hence, it is possible due to column storage as well as parallel processing. So this gives you a high performance, which can be from 10 times to 10,000 times. And to tell you a live example here, already I have done a implementation at the customer place, which we saw a report LV3LN does a 10,000 times acceleration, and that's true. It's not on paper, but yeah, it's from the experience. And then is reporting analytics. Currently, what we see, we have two types of databases. One is OLTP, transactional, and one is OLAP, analytical. OLAP is what you call as data warehouse or business warehouse, and OLTP is Oracle. All the applications, SAP or non-SAP, runs on Oracle with the transactional data. So what HANA has done, it has clubbed OLTP and OLAP, and the advantages are huge. Like you can always have a drill down, you can always get a historical and the current data at one shot without thinking of two systems. Currently what happens, SAP BW, we can always get a historical data, and all the batch processes or the data which are current is pushed once a day or twice a day in BW, and then it takes ages to fetch the record out of it. with coming of HANA, this is taken care of. And then obviously the landscape has reduced. If you see, we had multiple layers, middleware, and then we have different types of predictive DB, planning DB, which has reduced to one SAP HANA. So what we see here is lower TCO, real-time analysis, high performance, and lower storage cost. So this is what is HANA all about. So this is a pictorial representation of a classic DB versus in-memory database. If you see here, there is only one change which SAP has brought in with HANA. Its calculation engine has been pushed from application layer to DB layer. As I've already told, that all the calculations now happen in DB layer, and you fetch only those records which are relevant to your report in the application layers. But with Oracle, you are fetching all the records of a table and then doing calculation in application layer. So hence, the fetch time has reduced drastically. Now next slide is SAP HANA architecture. If you see, HANA system has preprocessor server, name server, and index server. Index server is the heart of HANA, where you have all the calculation engines, SQL scripting, data engines, repository, and connectors. And then you have something like MDX, JDBC, ODBC, which connects to your application layer. That is called HANA client, which has all the drivers in it. And once you install the driver, you can connect any of your Excel reports, BobJ reports via these drivers and consume it through any tool or the UI file. So going ahead with the SAP HANA, what exactly you need to achieve that? First of all, you have to understand the value opportunities in any business. Analytics, is it running slow, or how the analytics perform today? You have 100 reports which can be catered by one report, but as you know, the performance is slow, so you have created thousands of reports, you can club to one. Business processes, might be your business processes or batch processes are running very slow, and then with coming of HANA, you can reduce that pain point. And something new. Something new here means any application you can develop out of HANA. So this is again value opportunities to SAP HANA solutions. I'll talk in detail in next slides. These are some SAP HANA platform, accelerators, analytics, BW on HANA, and apps. And then deployment. You have to think of how to deploy your HANA solution. Either it should be in premises or cloud, or you can have a hybrid model. So these are the few deployment solutions around HANA. Now let me take you through data modeling in HANA. What data modeling is all about